essentially I'll come in every morning and straight away help the grooms out with mucking out all the horses. Their health and sort of cleanliness is paramount, so we'll look after the horses first. Then, depending on what deployment we've got, we'll check the board and see what we've been booked for. So today we're in Arbourthorne in Sheffield. So I'll come down and get the horse box ready with the hay nets, etc. Come and get Bawtry looking at least something respectable. Because this wet patch here, he likes to use his own poo as a warm pillow in the night. So every morning I've got to clean that off. And that's not the groom's job. People think we just come and the horse is all spick and span. No, I've got to clean him head to toe, checking for any ailments, injuries, and if people have been following me on Twitter, they'll know he's had mud fever. Fortunately, he's been lame for a little while. That seems to have cleared up now, but I'm just going to keep on top of it because he is just prone to it. And then we'll go out with one of the teams, so we'll get on the box, we'll go wherever we need to go. We're pretty self-sufficient on there. Then depending what happens that day, obviously we'll usually get some sort of briefing and see what the hot spots are, and try and just help out. It really reminds me when I was in my probation and you did just footbeat. People talk to you, they tell you all their issues, and you find out a lot about the community. It really is the heart of the British model of police now, I think, on a mountain, because you've got what we call, or I used to call when I was teaching, is a perceived legitimacy. So people actually see that riding a horse, you're a nice, friendly face of the police, your positive image, and they're more likely to speak to you. So then when we'll come back, and the first things first, doesn't matter how tired, wet, cold we are, it's coming towards you. Doesn't matter how tired, wet, cold we are, you always sort the horse out first. So sometimes the last thing you want to do, we clean all his tap, which is the bridle and everything. Put him away, get him nice and warm, make sure he's fed, and then sort ourselves out. And it can be quite long days, it's sort of 10-hour shifts, but we usually go a little bit longer than that. But thoroughly enjoy it. Go home, sleep soundly at night, and then start again the next day. I do actually like the work, so I like getting out. Like today, we're going to do a bit of reassurance work where there's been a shooting, so it's just showing people, people are much more likely to come to speak to you, so you generally meet people with smiles, so it's actually quite good for your mental health in that sense as well, because people are so nice around them. And you can get where other people can't, you know what I mean? I get to ride around the streets. You do quite a lot of police work. It's difficult if you've got to arrest somebody, which I have done. You have to get off the horse and then hand Bawtry to somebody to look after. But it is possible, so yeah. So yeah, probably he's the reason, the thing I like most about being mounted, yeah. I love coming in, I love the hard work. It's hard work outdoors. In terms of a lot of South Yorkshire Police, quite right, they've got a lot of wellness rooms now, and mental health is quite rightly up there on the forefront of people's minds. I would describe Ring Farm and this guy, one massive wellness room. It just makes you feel better. You work hard, fresh air, and you're around these amazing animals. I've always loved horses for a start, so even since being a little kid I've loved being around horses, but never wanted to ride one at all. I'd never ridden a horse before. In my life, just been around them, seeing them in the backfields. But I've got a big public order background within the police, so I've always seen what they can do. So anyone that's worked, anyone that's worked closely with horses in public order knows they're worth the weight in gold, they really are. Right from low end stuff, just meet and greet with kids and families and stuff, right up to, if you need to, they will move a big bunch of people if you need to. Without much force, if you know what I mean. People generally get out of the way, so you don't actually inflict any physical harm on anybody, you just move people. Obviously there's some dangers, but back to the question. Somebody mentioned it to me quite often, because as I was a tactical advisor before, every time the horses were out, I'd always be attracted and run over and give them an apple. I'd have apples in my pocket. So someone just said, why don't you try it? And I put it off for a while, and then I just thought, well, it's now or never, because I was sort of 45, so I thought, well, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So I just joined the mounted, and it's the best thing I've done, I think. I would say definitely consider it as a great career. It's been brilliant to me. I've done 22 years now. actually suits everybody. So I was never particularly meticulous in the way. I was never very good at investigating things. So I didn't go down that avenue. But if you are, and you're a meticulous nature, there's something essentially for everybody within the police. Whatever you like doing, you'll find an avenue for it. Does give you a sense of purpose. The downsides are, it's you know, you see a lot of things you'd rather not see. You have to be honest about that, and you have to be prepared for that. You know, with the best will in the world, sometimes you've got to have to get hands-on, so just be prepared for that as well. But as a career for 22 years, I couldn't recommend it enough. It's a fantastic occupation and profession, actually. Yeah, really good.